You might be wondering, why on earth do you still need to keep your kit lens? If you go on a lot of camera selling websites, they always sell their kit lens. But for me, I still have it with me. I still can't find a replacement yet, but maybe soon. I'm looking into the Tamron 28 to 75 2.8. If you haven't watched that video of me talking about that, then the card will be here. Okay, so before I go into the test footage, I just want to say, so Sony has a big reputation when it comes to like shooting things in low light. Like when it comes to low light is the best. I'm not sure about the A7R series, but I know about the S series, which my friend over at Pixbox, they should have an A7S, which is like 12 megapixels if I'm not mistaken, and it does extremely well in low light. But for the S7 I never actually got the chance to test it out, so today is the day. So me and a bunch of friends, we actually planned out to go to this cave. There are like a few caves in Kuching, so we went into one of the caves. It's called Wind Cave, and there's like zero light source, so we have to bring our torchlights to like shine around. So that's a good place to test out the low light capability of the A7 III. So keep in mind, I shot everything with the kit lens, and I'm probably gonna crank up the ISO to its maximum capability because I just want to see how does it look like in the highest ISO, or with like someone who just bought an A7 III who doesn't have any Sony native lens. I just want to test out like the low light capability like me. And then instead of the low light capability, I'm gonna test out like the macro shots. I'm just gonna take a lot of shots, a lot of B-rolls of the place that I'll be visiting. I just want to give you an insight on how this lens and this body performs like together, like out of the box, like what you can do with the gear that you have when you first bought this camera, and is it any good, and should you keep it or should you just use it in the meantime while saving up more to get a better lens. So we were about to find out when I finish shooting everything. So let's go take some B-rolls. Now we're at Tasik Biru and Bau, just taking some shots, some B-rolls. The place like macro shots a lot. Yeah, so far I like the footage that I got, and yeah, I can join my friends now. So we have Jiaxin from Happy Tales, and today is her birthday, right?
Yes!
Yeah, happy birthday, Jiaxin. Comments down below, yo. And then we have Q over there, and Rexter. They're talking to that guy, doing the wow, right? 叫wow 嘛？是 doing the 风筝 the layang. So we're gonna head back now. So I'm gonna see you guys back in the studio room. Woo. Meme review. Welcome back, guys. So after seeing the footage, after seeing the overall feel of how it looks like in the cave, the noisiness of the footage, I know you'd be like, oh, why is it so noisy? You know? So if I were to go to the scientifics of how noise works in like cameras and like why do you need to buy a full frame camera or an APS-C like camera of that, I should do a comparison of my M100 versus my like Sony A7 III, like when it comes to like low light, to give you more in depth of like how does like noise works when it comes to like the sensors of the camera. But I think I'm gonna do that in another video, so if you don't really understand, I'm gonna give you like a quick understanding of how does it work. So the bigger the sensor, the less noise you're gonna get. So the smaller the sensor, the more noise that you're gonna get. The closest example is the sensor on your smartphone. Like for example, when you're shooting at night with your phone, sometimes you have these like a lot of noise where it's so annoying and you don't really know what's going on with your phone. It's like, is my phone about to die, or is it time to change to a newer phone? Chill, relax bro, let me explain. So phone cameras have like smaller sensors than the sensors that I'm using right now, as well as like some other cameras, because if you see the camera over here, it's so small, so it's hard to fit like a big sensor in like such a small device. So like I said in the beginning, the smaller the sensor, the more noise you're gonna get in your image. So when it comes to aperture, it also affects the amount of noise you're gonna get in your image. Like if you have a smaller f-stop or smaller aperture, I don't know whether if it's relevant. Like if the f-stop is smaller, like 1.8 or like 0 point something, that means the aperture blade opens up widely to let more light in, so that you can shoot more stuff in like low light conditions where there's like not a lot of light in that like scene, so that you can lower your ISO, and less ISO means less noise. Why am I going through the scientifics of like low light? This is supposed to be a lens review. So for me, this genius who thought that Sony can handle like very good in low light in like caves, and I wanted to do an experiment about it. Well, this is the experiment, and then well, that proves that it's not the low light king yet. I mean, for the A7 III, I'm not sure the A7S III or the A7S II, but most probably the A7S II or A7S, the A7S series will do way better than the A7 III when it comes to low light, because the megapixels also affects the amount of noise in your image, and then it's like another video for another day. You can Google it online. I'm not that sure myself that how does the megapixel actually affect the amount of noise in your image. But the simplified version is, the less megapixel there is in your camera, the less noise that you're gonna have. And the more megapixels in your camera, the more noise that you're gonna have. So it has to do with the image processing. Like it has to process like the megapixels in your image, in your frame. And if you have a lot of pixels to process, that means that you need more ISO. I'm not that good at it. So I hope you get the point. Okay, so those are some unnecessary thoughts. Okay, so for my overall thoughts on the kit lens, it's actually a pretty good lens when it comes to shooting like outdoors where you have like light sources, but it's definitely not usable when it comes to like shooting in very low light situations. But when it comes to pictures, it's actually okay for me because you can reduce the noise during post-processing, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So it's a little bit risky shooting with the kit lens at night. If you just want to wing it, then go ahead, man. But then if you're doing commercial, professional work, it's not gonna do the job. It's not gonna do it. You can't wing it. But if you're doing it just for yourself, or you just want to experiment, and you just want to test it out and then see, or you just want to use it for like Instagram or like Facebook, then just go ahead. I think it should be fine for you. So the kit lens costs around 900 or 800 if I'm not mistaken, because I see most of the people sell them online for like 800 and 900. That's for me, it's actually one of the cheapest lens for Sony users on the market now. Other than that, it can be the 50 or the 80, but it's not that versatile like the 28 to 70 kit lens. So it all depends on you. If you're a very experienced photographer where you know which lens to get, then I don't suggest you to get the kit lens. You might as well just get yourself a 50 or an 80. If you want something very versatile and then it's like more or less like a run and gun where you're out shooting, then the kit lens is fine. It's good enough. And sometimes I'm actually surprised with the image that I got from the kit lens, because I don't expect that the kit lens will actually take like sharp images or like very good videos. But then I tried shooting some pictures with it and then the videos with it. I actually come to like it. I think that's the only option that I have, so I have to like it. But anyways, I'm okay with the image that I got. I mean, from the video that you watched just now, I think it's okay for me. But in the end, I would just suggest you to get something like the Tamron 28 to 75 keep mentioning that lens. I'm gonna get that. I will get that lens someday, probably next year. But I have a friend who owned that lens, and he said that 2.8 for the Tamron is not actually enough for low light shoots, but it's like actually okay. So for me, it's like, nah, just wing it, just wing it. So there's like two lenses that you can actually think about when it comes to like 24-70 or like 28-70, those kind of lens. Other than the kit lens that I'm using, there's a Carl Zeiss lens which is 24-70 f4, and the Tamron that I mentioned 28-75 2.8. And there's this one G Master. I'm not sure. I don't dare to look at G Master lenses, man, because it's so freaking expensive. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, there's this 28 or 24-70 2.8 G Master lens, which costs around 9,000 ringgit compared to like the Tamron, which is like 3,000 ringgit. Like, you could save 6,000 ringgit for like some other lenses, So those are the three lenses you can get: the Zeiss lens, the Tamron, or the G Master to replace your kit lens. But like I said in my Sony A7 III review, if you don't really have the budget for all those like expensive lenses, then suggest you just stick with the kit lens and then just save and earn the money to get a better lens in the future. But then in the end, regardless of the lens doesn't make the video. The video makes the lens. What? The people makes the video. The lens doesn't make the video. The people makes the video. Okay. The lens can do shit, So I have to do the shit, and I'm the people. This video is all just bullshit, man. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is you don't let the gear stop you from doing what you love. You let the gear enable you to do something that you love, to enable you to follow your passion, follow your dreams, and then you just work with whatever you have. Keep those other lenses that you're going to buy like in your list, and then when the time comes when you have the money or when you have the chance to get those lenses, then at least you have the list prepared. Then you can just like check them off your like checklist, and then just remember to prioritize what you need instead of what you wanted. These lenses are not cheap at all, so you have to think carefully before you buy. Like, do you really need that lens? Or maybe you could have used that money for something else, like a microphone, or like ND filters, or like maybe gimbals, or like some other accessories which is actually necessary for your next shoot or your next like project. And I learned that from my uncle from Miri, and I think that some of you might find this useful. Okay, so think about what kind of gear that you really need. Like, I really need a gimbal for my next project, for my next shoot, or I really need that lens, I really need that ND, I really need that light of the need. And just put whatever that's necessary on top first before getting the other stuff that you need. So I hope that helps, and I hope you enjoyed the video. This is like a long ass kit lens review video. I think I'm one of the YouTubers who actually share like some knowledge or some thoughts into like the lens, instead of just telling you like, oh, this lens is actually good or whatsoever. I don't know, I just like sharing out my thoughts. I just like sharing out my experience to you. I hope it helps, and I hope you can share this out to some of your friends who are in this industry or who are aspiring filmmakers, videographers, photographers. And then let's just build this community of aspiring people, and then let's just see what we can come up with like in this community. So I hope that you can subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell. So I'll be posting every Thursday and Sunday. Hopefully I can keep it consistent. And if you have any ideas, any comments, any questions, just drop it in the comments down below. I would love to chat with you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to dislike, don't forget to share, and then just don't stop creating. Never stop creating. I think I should find my signing off line, like, this is Jerry signing off, this kind of thing. But I like the line, never stop creating. I think that's taken by someone else. Never stop. Don't stop creating. Don't stop doing what you love. Never say never. What the hell, man? Fight for your right. Go for it. Peace out. I'm running out of ideas, man. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go with this line. Don't stop creating and keep on creating. Yeah, I think that's probably right for now. Okay, if you have anything, any lines, any taglines, any signing off lines that you can suggest, just drop it down below, and then just help me out, guys. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video again, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. What's up, peace out? Don't stop creating and keep stop kidding. Okay, see you guys.